I'd like to introduce Brian Fielkow. Brian is an accomplished senior executive with 25 years leading high-consequence businesses. His core focus is on creating impeccable company and safety cultures. Brian knows that safety excellence is at the foundation of best-in-class companies, and that safety drives employee morale, client satisfaction, and profitability. In 2018, Brian received the National Safety Council's Distinguished Service to Safety Award. And his company, Jetco Delivery, was recently named a 2021 Top Industry Influencer by Fleet Owner magazine. Safety is one of the key reasons that they were recognized for that award. Brian told the magazine that safety is a part of Jetco's core value proposition. They believe that safety is the cornerstone of an operationally excellent company. They talk nonstop about safety, not only with their employees, but also with their customers. And Brian believes that if the business is running safely, the chances are that everything else is going to be running well as well. So please welcome Brian Fielkow.
For purposes of this presentation, in a healthy company culture and in a healthy safety culture, you have the convergence of the right people and the right process working in harmony. Nothing more, nothing less. You've got great people and poor process. That's called herding cats. You have no guardrails. You have great process and the wrong people. I wish you luck. So our focus is real simple. It's on people and process. And when I go through the 10 leadership principles that we've used to drive our culture, that's what we're focusing on. In a healthy safety culture, safety is not a department. It's a way of life. And it must start in the C-suite and permeate throughout the organization. Because generally, the leadership of any company casts a large shadow. Their words matter, what they say matters. And if we're giving our organization, either verbally or tacitly, the idea that other things like production pressure can trump safety, I trust you the organization will follow suit. And related to sugarcoating is this: let us not lie to ourselves about the real cost of an incident, the real cost of an injury. Sometimes I'll ask, hey, what's the cost of this injury? And people will say, well, we've got $10,000, we have $100,000 reserved on our insurance loss runs. Wrong answer, okay? The real cost of an injury, and this is something that I ask you to take back to your companies and make sure everybody understands. If you want copies of this information, email me and I'll send it to you. Yes, there's insurance cost. I understand. There's medical. There's the cost of cleaning up the mess. But that's just the beginning. We have enough of these injuries, and we lose our employees' hearts. We lose morale because becomes an understanding that, you know what? These people don't care about me. They're going to cart us off and just replace us with somebody else. Put a dollar sign on that. Now, let's be real clear about something. First, think about your organization for a minute, and think about an opinion leader. Think about a frontline employee or frontline supervisor that everybody seems to go to for the answer. They may know the answer, and they may just be making it up. You have opinion leaders. You've got people with this kind of power in your organization. The only question is whether they're working for you or working against you. Bring them in. Help them become your change agents. When it comes to leading our front lines, today is a special day for you. Because today we are going to get out of the business of saying goodbye. Now I realize that when employees leave it's a best practice to do interviews, exit interviews, and that's fine. I'm not telling you not to. Just consider that a lot of times when you do an exit interview, people will say whatever they need to get the heck out of there. I want you to put that effort on saying hello. Worry less about the burned bridges and focus more on building the bridges. Principle 7, dismiss severity. What do I mean? Well, the fact that an incident has a major or a minor outcome is not what interests me. Because too often, here's what would happen. We had a driver tear up some grass, right? Big deal. Get him on his way, call a landscaper, and fix the grass. No. We're not going to do that. The driver wasn't situationally aware. His behavior is that he or she was not looking where they were going. It was only their lucky day that they didn't hit a kid. Do you want to be good at cleaning up the mess on the floor, or do you want to be good at prevention? If you want to be good at prevention, you look at this situation, you thank your lucky stars that the outcome was minor. We're grateful for that. But we don't treat the behavior any different just because the outcome was minor. When I come to these events, I teach a personal development session. And I did it on Saturday. And I kind of came clean with the group I was teaching, saying, I don't give myself very high marks for having a culture that captures near misses, because near misses, that's your ultimate leading indicator. You capture the near miss, you avoided the incident. So somebody said that, that the term close call and near miss, they got rid of because they had the same problem. They converted it to good catch. Words matter. And once you took the close call, the near miss, that language away, and you made it a good catch, people started to report. I'd like to get better personally at capturing the near miss, to get people to report the good catch. A couple things that I've learned is make sure that there's a way for people to report confidentially. I don't like anonymity, because if it's anonymous, I can't ask questions. I don't know who reported it. But I'll take something anonymous over nothing. Here's the real key, though. No fear of retribution. Because the first time somebody gets punished for reporting a near miss, maybe something they did, that's the last near miss. That's the last good catch you're going to ever receive. Last principle. You can't win them all. Don't try. Your employees have to be where these circles overlap. Your employees have to be aligned with your values. Remember, safety is not a priority, safety is a value. And they've got to be technically excellent. Now, if I push the arrow all the way over to the blue and have an employee who's wonderfully aligned with our values, but technically not so good, you can spot that person really fast, right? We're either going to train them or they can't be here. That's easy. But if I push the arrow all the way over to the gray, it's a little more difficult. Now you've got an employee who may be technically very proficient, but he or she thinks the rules don't apply to them. Now you have a big problem. Oh man, I'm busy. I don't have time to fire this person. They know what they're doing. Well, I'm not saying fire the person. I'm saying coach. But you must come to the realization that some people are uncoachable. So as we wrap up, first thing I'm going to do is take you on a very fast tour of our 10 principles, right? Remember these? Make them your own. Number 1, right? Safety is not a priority. It's a core value. If you've got a sign up that says safety is a priority, tear it down. Number 2, power versus authority. Know the difference. Great leaders have power and authority. But what I'm encouraging you to do is find the people deep inside of your front lines, your frontline managers, your frontline employees, the people with the power. Harness that power. Take your front lines with you. Safety starts here. Treatment, transparency, trust. Adopt a just culture. Get rid of a mistake-based discipline system. Ask yourselves, was it an honest mistake, reckless behavior? Remember, your company can cause a crash or an incident as easily as an employee. Individual and organizational factors have to be looked at in every incident. No shortcuts. Unconditional respect for process. I don't care how tough the production pressure is. Dismiss severity. Whether an outcome is minor or whether an outcome is major should not impact your process. Focus on the leading indicators: people, process, culture, behavior. You focus on the top 4 rungs of the pyramid, you're only going to be good at cleaning up the mess. Tear down the silos, remembering that operations is responsible for the execution of safety. Safety is not a department, it's a way of life. The 20-60-20 rule. You can't win them all, don't try. Coach, 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 coach. But when the coaching fails, I don't care how technically good that employee is, they gotta go. I focused you today. I spent your time. I didn't spend very much of your money at all. Easy to implement, high-value ideas. That's where I want you to focus. Our teams, our employees don't have the bandwidth for your grand 5-year plan, your 10-year plan. Keep thinking long-term, keep thinking strategically, but it's the wins today, tomorrow. It's the base hits that I want you to focus on. Let them see the incremental progress, because that's how you're going to win them over. That's how they're going to believe in you. That's how they're going to trust you. No, yours is not a job. It's a calling. It's a mission. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the work you do. All the best as you lead people safely. Thank you. Thank you.